You know what time it is. You know what time it is.
How firm my friendship. Oh,
you know what time it is. You roll with them boys of the fall. You know what time it is. On the ground with a nose for the ball. You know what time it is. Blood, sweat, and them tears for this game. Leaving it all out on the field with no fear for you lanes. And it's Buckeyes by a billion. We in the building with over 100,000. We represent from the uttermost to the public housing. If we don't play, our wide receivers got your secondary shook, so they cook them like Bobby Flay. Hey, stay out of my way and trust me, cause I know it's OH. Somebody please give this brother an IO. Come on.
What up, Buckeye Nation? Welcome to the Buckeye Boys, where we talk about college football with real fans. I'm Devin. That's Mello. And here we are again, man. 7:16. It might be 6 minutes late today, but you got to give us some grace because we pretty much did 2 shows yesterday, right? So we get a little bit of grace there. But Mello, how you doing, bro?
Man, I'm good. Can't complain. You know, it's a good day. We got football in 11 days. We're gonna crush some burnt orange, you know. So I'm looking forward to it. I think Archie's gonna have a long day.
Yeah. Yep. I think they definitely are, man. It's gonna be great. I'm getting so excited. You know, I'm going to Mater Dei's game in St. Joseph Prep, whatever, in Miami, the same place the OT7 event was held.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm going there to watch Caden Dixon Wyatt and Chris Henry Jr. this weekend, so I'm pumped, man. I'm going to interview him after their game and all that stuff. So
that's going to be a good time.
Yeah. Mark Bowman and all, you know, he's a good player, not a Buckeye, but still, dude, I'm going to go watch him. At least
he's not a Bulldog, so I'm happy about that. I don't like him.
Dude, Mater Dei, man, I'm going through this rigmarole of trying to be able to get on the sidelines to do an interview, and you pretty much got to, you know, get a CIA clearance to get in there, man. They don't play, dude. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Elite Sports Talking. Aquinas. That's where I'm going.
St. Thomas Aquinas?
Yeah, St. Thomas Aquinas.
That's going to be a good game. Mater Dei probably going to beat the brakes off them, though, to be honest with you. I'm trying to think of a school that can actually give them comp nationally right now.
Yeah.
Pretty difficult.
And, you know, I spoke with one of our pretty good sources today that has some intel on the Buckeye team. You know, he's not a coach, not anything like that, but he talks to several of the players and whatnot. So I had a conversation with him today, and he told me a few little tidbits that I'm going to share, man. As you can see in the title that we put there might be a surprising change from the starting lineup here at the Buckeyes. And I hope I don't beat this topic with the dead horse. Is that how you say that saying?
Yeah.
Beat it with a dead horse?
No, beating a dead horse.
Oh,
beat it with a dead horse. It's kind of heavy to pick up a dead horse. I mean, if you could do that, man, you're in the wrong profession. Get off the camera, go do the strongest man competition.
Man. Hey, dude, I'm going to be honest today. No, I'm not going to share that story. Something happened today. I'll share it with you afterwards. But you'll understand why I wanted to bring it up. But what was I saying?
You was going to beat the dead horse. Beat him.
All right, I'm going to. I hope I don't beat somebody with a dead horse today. But I want to talk about this recruiting thing, man. I keep seeing a lot of people talk about it, and I just want to share a little bit more in depth of thing going on, and also, man, whatever else comes up, we're going to ask the trivia question at the end and go from there. Now, I saw somebody in the chat wanting to know, defensive end flip targets. Well, here at the Buckeye Boys, we know of one. We're pretty close with one of them. We're just not allowed to say anything about it. Trust me, I ask every day, can we talk about it? Can we say what's going on? Can we please? And the answer is no. So the second I get that permission, you guys will know. But the Buckeyes are not playing around there. And I guess that's what I'll start with, Mello. I'll start with the recruiting stuff. Okay, so here we go, man. I get it. Buckeye Nation. Everybody's tripping. Ross Bjork, Buckeyes pay more money and all that. And now here's my point. Like, there are some things that I'm a little upset with, but I'm not sure what the Buckeyes are supposed to do about it. So it's just like, when we lose Luke Waffle, that's aggravating because he's a need for the class. He's a need for the team, right? So when I'm looking at needs of this team and needs of this class, and the Buckeyes put a lot of time in the recruits and they miss on them, that does aggravate me. But what I'm not going to do personally is use our class ranking as a reason, as evidence to back up that the Buckeyes aren't doing what they should be doing on the recruiting trail. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, I mean that, getting in this recruiting thing a little closer, man, you kind of start to understand that there's like levels here to recruiting, and there's not much difference between the top 100 player and the top 300 player in the nation. There just isn't. We've said it 100 times on this show, and I just see a lot of people wanting to point towards the fact that we have the number 9 class in the nation after a natty. We're still number 5 with average recruiting rankings. And I just don't think that's evidence to say, hey, man, the Buckeyes aren't doing good. I just don't think it is because, the recruiting rankings, they're so wild, man. They're so crazy. Like we have really good football players in here that the Buckeyes have evaluated and done a really good job. Look how many 3-stars are on this roster that are going to start this year, right? So, again, I'm upset about what the Buckeyes are doing, but it's not because we're number 9. It's not because we don't have enough 5-stars or 4-stars at all. It's because I think there are a couple positions of needs that we didn't go hard enough in. It has nothing to do with recruiting rankings. So I just wanted to remind people of that, man. Take a step back a little bit, and you can be upset and think they're not handling NIL correctly and all that. And, there's a lot that I don't know about the NIL side of what Ohio State doing, and there's a lot that I do know about it. There are things that I agree with, and there are things that I don't agree with. Times are changing, so I do think they should change a little bit with the times and maybe do a little bit something different. But I do like the way that they have it structured in the program. The program is running right now. But that being said, I just encourage you guys, man. I want to try to give people like the knowledge and experience I have gained from being so close to this recruiting. And I have talked to some pretty big time football people that are really close to recruiting. And I've got the insight on how little of a difference there is between the number 20 player in the nation and the number 100 sometimes. Now, there are rare cases. You do have those recruits in these classes that are just different, but these are opinions, man. And I just encourage you, try not to use the rankings and the class ranking and the stars and all that as a reason to be upset with the Buckeyes. Don't do that because those are opinions of people. I mean, me and Mello cover Buckeye recruiting only, strictly. And let me tell you, we can't keep up with all the recruits and what they're doing. We can't watch all their film. We can't watch them live. We can't do. So how is the national media covering thousands of kids every single day and giving a pure evaluation of them? Now, they've narrowed it down and gotten pretty good at it here lately, but it's not, it's not the Bible. The recruiting rankings are not like set in stone, like this is what it is, right? So, I just want to say, I see a couple people getting concerned about it. The majority of the Buckeye fans, they like where the Buckeyes stand, and they might be a little aggravated, but they trust the coaches to fill this roster out however they need to do it. They just trust them because they have earned our trust. We just won a national title. They've earned it. But I wanted to try to, I don't know if it's to give people like a more of an insight of it, but I guess that's what I am doing. Don't use recruiting rankings and class rankings as your reasoning for being upset with the Buckeyes. Please don't do that because that is not factual evidence to be using. And no, this does not mean we are losing Braylon Womack. This does not have to do with that. So, Mello, what you got on that, man?
So, I mean, talking about the Womacks, BJ said something very interesting yesterday that kind of might have flew over a lot of people's head. I actually forgot about it until he brought it back up. but NIL is strictly from businesses, outside sources from the school. Everything else is revenue sharing. So when Ohio State is offering or talking to the Womack family, they're talking about the percentage of the revenue dollars that they're willing to give to him directly. And right now, I think Ohio State is working with $14 million of the 20 or 22 million. So that 14 million has to be split up amongst the entire team. So it changes the narrative for me a little bit. So like now I'm confused on how certain schools are offering certain dollar amounts up front on NIL unless they're doing some kind of illegal, right? And we all know they're probably doing something illegal anyway, but how can you promise as a family? I wish I would have asked them this. How can you trust what they're saying they're going to give you if all they can really guarantee right now is the rev sharing? How can you trust that these outside businesses are going to give you that money? So like, that's something that literally just came across my mind right now, because in my opinion, if that's the case, I think Ohio State still should be the choice, because if you're not even having an NIL conversation yet, look at all the businesses right there. And let's be real, it's really between Auburn and Ohio State right now. There's nothing near Auburn. It's in the middle of Alabama. Nothing's there. Just like there's nothing at Tuscaloosa. That's why Nick Saban opened up all those dealerships to use that money. Like, I don't know. I'm just a little confused with the NIL. I can't kill Ohio State anymore. Now that I think about it from that perspective, it just, I don't know. It doesn't make sense. But in terms of the average ranking, that's what I would look at. Average player rating. That's what I would look at over the overall class rankings. And also just think about it. Ohio State is probably the best college in terms of talent evaluation. They'll take a 3-star and they'll be playing in the NFL for 10 years. There's no other school doing that. So in terms of just the eval process, no one's better than Ohio State.
Yeah. I mean, even that though, Mello, like I still use the average recruiting ranking, but still, dude, it's a very small portion of the evidence that I gained to cast my opinion upon the recruiting class. Why? Jalen McClain, Austin Saraveld, Eric Mensah, Ty Hamilton. I mean, I can go down this list of recruits that were ranked 1,000 or 500 and they didn't go anywhere. And I can
what
do
was
the
Arvell
same.
Reese ranked?
Yeah. I can do the same with 5-stars that were busts, man. The quarterbacks that have came through here, some different
Tate Martell.
Yeah.
Tate Martell.
Like, so it's just everywhere. I think if you really want to judge the class, go break down the film of all the recruits that Ohio State has signed right now. Go break down their film. In order to break it down correctly, if you don't know what you're watching, break their film down with somebody that does, and then come away and judge how you feel about Ohio State's class. When I do that, I'm stoked about this Buckeye class that we have right now. Mello, on that note, you're talking about the nil and stuff like that. It's just that Ohio State is not going to promise nil money that isn't a for sure thing. Like some of these schools are just saying they are offering that nil money because they know they have a donor that will just give it. A donor has said, hey, look, I got $10 million for you. Offer it to whatever recruits that you want. So they will go and say, hey, look, we have $100,000 from revenue sharing for you. And we can also promise you $300,000 or $500,000 of a nil money, right? But the Buckeyes aren't doing that because in order for the Buckeyes to do that, they have to put their name on the nil deal and send it through the clearinghouse to get approved, right? So, but yeah, it just comes down to that. The Buckeyes are being overly cautious about these rules that are out there. And after the recent decision, take off one of the overly. Stop being so cautious about it. But anyway, right. I mean, it's all, we'll wait and see how it's said and done. But one recruit will never make or break this Ohio State team. And dude, man, there's just talk out there of Ohio State falling off and being left in the dust. And let me just want to tell you guys, that is impossible. It will never happen. Ohio State will always be one of the best teams in the nation. Historically, we are the best football program ever. Like all the way back to whenever, man.
Well, to be fair, times have changed. The only reason I agree with you is because if they don't change with the times from the AD down, everybody's going to get out of here because the fans are not going to tolerate it.
Yeah, and that's another point of me saying that's not going to happen, because if somebody is going to allow that to happen inside the Ohio State organization, they will be gone, son. They're not going to be there. But, Savion Hyder signing with Scum today, I have zero emotions about that. I'm not mad at Ohio State whatsoever. I do not want Ohio State paying $1 million to a high school running back.
Right.
I don't want that. You know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
running back is the easiest position to find talent. Like it really is. Running backs are a dime a dozen. So I'm not angry about that. I'm more upset that Team Up North got Carter Meadows, because I think he's going to be an absolute monster. That one definitely upsets me. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah. And I agree. Several defensive end recruitments this cycle have upset me. The Carter Lowe, Luke Wafel, KJ Ford, several of them have upset me a little bit. But again, I trust the coaches, man. So on to this Buckeyes starting lineup, man. Julian saying the starting quarterback. We were here at the Buckeye Boys. We were told that was a done deal. Big Ten Media Days, we had that on pretty good authority, that was kind of the, known secret inside the Woody. Like, that was known by the players and whatnot. So sorry to burst your bubble if you didn't know that, but that's just what it is. But Melo, interestingly enough, man, there's still positions. We heard Ryan Day in his press conference. He only gave away one starting position at the offensive line, and it threw a wrench in everybody's idea of what this starting offensive line was going to look like. Everybody thought Ethan Onianwa, starting left tackle, including me. I thought that was a lock. That's not really up in the air. That's who it is. No, it's Austin Sareveld, right? And about a month ago, Mello, we got a nugget here at the Buckeye Boys from a very good source that told us, hey, keep an eye on Phillip Daniels. He's possibly going to take Tegra's spot at right guard. And it wasn't so much the right guard thing the source was telling us. It was, hey, man, Phillip Daniels is a dog. We did a show on it. We came on here and talked about it.
Yep.
And now we're hearing that Phillip Daniels is in that right tackle battle with Ethan Onianwa. And I was told today that it's Phillip Daniels, man. I was told Phillip Daniels is going to be our starting right tackle. I feel pretty good. The person that informed me of that feels pretty good about that. But the coaches haven't come out and said it, so it's not like it's a done deal or anything. I'm just passing on the message that I was told. And then I was also told, do not read into that like Ethan Onianwa could not be our right tackle, because that's not true either. It's just a case of Phillip Daniels stepping up, and the factor that is kind of separating him, man, is his mean streak, dude, his mentality, his aggression on that offensive line, man. Like he tries to fight everybody, man. So it's looking like right now it's Phillip Daniels at right tackle, Tegra Shabola at right guard. Tegra's been killing it, man. And we've always known he's had that potential. So I'm excited to watch him. That's a big old guard, dude. 6'5", what is he, 320?
I know the Texas shows that I've been watching have been talking about Tegra a lot. And they've also been talking about Ethan, saying like in Texas, not just like watching Ohio State podcast, they're saying around the Texas, people are like, how did Sark let him leave the state of Texas from Rice to go to Ohio State? And he's going to be not even a starter. So they're starting to realize like this Ohio State offensive line is legit. And yes, they feel that they have the best front seven, but they also know they're starting to realize, I think reality's setting in like, oh, they might not eat as much as we think they're going to eat against Ohio State, because this offensive line is really, really good.
Yeah. Man, did you see the ripple effect that our show with On Texas Football created? Mm-mm. I guess Texas fans were oblivious to the fact that we are, in fact, returning 4 starting offensive linemen.
Yep.
There's a little ripple effect going on down Twitter, and some of the On Texas Football people, when you heard him.
Yeah.
I mean, live on the show
right after that.
Yeah, he was like, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that, Dev, until you just brought that up. That dumbfounds me, man. And that goes to show you, right? Texas is playing us week 1, okay? And they don't even know that about our team. So, I mean, how do you think all these national media guys, when they do the rankings and all that, do you think they know crap? No, they don't, man. Even the national media is thinking that we are returning, or that we lost all our starters on the offensive line. And it's just like, man, that is a huge misconception by a lot of people that's out there right now. So, brought that to the light a little bit for Texas fans.
And that's my whole thing, Dev, because all these Texas sites and their fans, Colin Simmons is going to eat Julian alive. He posted a picture of Julian. No, you should have been posting a picture of Austin Saraville and Phillip Daniels, because that's who you got to get past. And I'm going to tell you right now, you didn't get past the all-guard offensive line last year. You're not. I don't see a way that you're doing it with the tackles. You might get in there once or twice, but I think you're going to have a rough day. I think Texas is going to find out this O-line is legit. This O-line is going to win a Joe Moore, in my prediction. I'm saying it right now. Remember, you heard it here first on the Buckeye Boys. Joe Moore award-winning offensive line out of Ohio State. Yeah, you're going to be – I think Texas is in for a long day. I think Arch isn't going to be able to hear himself think. The O-line isn't going to be able to communicate. They're going to be on silent count. You saw what happened at Indiana. Ohio State's going to be even more rowdy. It's not going to matter that it's at noon. I mean, they have no idea what is about to hit them on August 30th. I have the Buckeyes winning by 10+. I'm straight up saying that right now.
Yeah. I think it's going to – I mean, I'm totally with you, Mello, if we take care of the football. Right. The only way that doesn't happen is if somehow Julian decides to make this the game where he makes a couple freshman mistakes, because it's probably going to happen. I
believe in Julian's intelligence so much, bro. Like, for they to call him a savant as a freshman and says he's the smartest quarterback he's ever coached. I mean, I'm sorry. I just believe in him with the arm talent. He has the stature and the movement of Drew Brees, but the arm talent of Aaron Rodgers. If you watch his throwing motion and you watch Aaron Rodgers' throwing motion, and then the intelligence that he could dissect defenses before, and with our weapons, man, I don't know. I think it's going to be. I think.
Well, the other thing Ryan Day said about him when he announced it that really caught my ear was somebody asked, "Hey, what was that moment, right, when you realized Julian Sayin was the starting quarterback?" And you'll never guess, Ryan Day said, "Well, a couple weeks ago." But anyway, He talked about how much Julian has changed when the pressure is getting to him. And we know that Ryan Day is big on that, man. If you make bad decisions under pressure and try to squeeze one in there and don't – you know what Will Howard was so awesome at? Hitting the checkdowns.
Yep.
Hitting the checkdowns. How many times do we hear Will Howard say, Chip Kelly keeps telling me, bro, take what they give you, take what they give you, take what they give you. And then we watched Julian Sayin come in last year, and guess what he did not do? He did not take what they gave him. That joker be chucking it for a Hail Mary on 4th and 1. Yeah. He literally did it. So Julian Sayin was that young gunslinger, and he liked to take those chances. And Ryan Day does not want a quarterback that does that. He doesn't want the Cam Wards. He does not want that. He wants the guy that is methodical, thinks things through, and takes care of that football, man, because he understands the importance of possessions, especially in today's day and age when talent's so close with a lot of teams, man. You can't be giving up those possessions. So to hear that Julian Sayin has taken that next step in making the right decision when things get a little cockeyed or the play doesn't go as smooth as it should go or somebody runs the wrong route, Julian Sayin is seemingly slowing down, making the correct decision of either throwing the ball away or hitting the check down. That's what gets me excited, man. And like you said, the processing speed. I mean, I have all the faith in the world that Julian Sayin is not going to come out and look like, a starting freshman, redshirt freshman quarterback at Ohio State. I don't think he is. I don't think Ryan Day would. It's Ryan Day. He's going to get the dude together. I mean, we saw C.J. Stroud come out and maybe have a little bit of a rough showing, but then he came out the next week. What did he do? Throw for like 400 and some passing yards or something wild. So,
and he didn't have the same weaponry that Julian Sayin has.
Yeah, no, not at all, man. So that's good. I mean, the wide receivers pretty much locked down on who the starters are. It's Brandon Ennis, Carnell Tate, and J.J. Smith. We kind of nailed that one. The thing that I think a lot of people were missing here in this lineup is Bryson Rogers.
Yep.
Bryson Rogers is the 4th or 5th wide receiver coming in the game.
I think he's fourth.
I have him 4th as well, and I have Mylan Graham as 5th for sure. But people don't understand, the type of player that Bryson Rogers is. So that's another kind of surprising thing going on right now, and he just keeps backing it up in all these scrimmages and everything. Why he's number 4? Nobody can beat him in that spot, and that's what we're dealing with.
Best route runner in the country. Period. You can say whatever you want. He's the best route runner in the country.
Yeah, for sure, man. Tight end position, obviously Max Clair's doing Max Clair things, but we were always wondering, man, who's the 2? Who's the 2? Is it Will Kazmarek or is it Melo's boy, Jelani Thurman? Well, Melo might end up being partially right. Melo was, hoping that he would take over that number 1 spot, but still ton of a credit because it looks like Jelani Thurman is going to be out there as our number 2 tight end that we are putting in the game. And obviously, depending on the package and all that, they'll use something different. I see the chat bringing up Quincy Porter. Yeah, Quincy Porter was going to fall in that 6 or 7 range, but you got wide receivers like Damari Winton losing their black stripe as well, and he's an athletic freak too. Doesn't get talked about enough, but
came in as a tight end.
Yeah, I know. So Melo, tight end position, man. How are you feeling?
Man, I love it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm cool with Jelani being number 2 because Max Clair is a difference maker. I think we didn't have a Max Clair last year, right? Because I think what Max Clair is gonna do, actually, I pretty much know. Texas is not going to be able to play that same type of defense that they played last year. Otherwise, they're going to get destroyed up the seam all game. It doesn't matter. I heard some Texas people talking about, what did Ford do against us last year? He didn't have to do anything. We still won and won a natty going right through you in the state of Texas and beating you by double digits. Is that your claim of fame? You shut down the best wide receiver possibly all time, probably going to go down as that? And still lost. I mean, you can have that all day. We'll take the W. But this game, it'll be the same. If you want to do that to JJ, besides the fact they're going to move him everywhere, Max Clair is going to kill you. Yeah. Bryson Rogers is going to kill you. Brandon Ennis is going to kill you. Carnell Tate's going to kill you. The running backs out of the backfield are going to kill you. Jelani Thurman is going to be a nightmare in red zone. He's unguardable there at his size and his height and his speed and his strength. I mean, this team is nasty. It really is. Yeah. So I'm loving the tight end room because it's going to unlock everything. It's going to also make life easier for JJ. They're not going to be able to just cloud him with three DBs.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Hey, I want to take this time real quick, man. Shout out some people in the chat. Rolling Coconut, what's up, my dude? Steely, the Natural, Jeffrey, man, Daryl, a.k.a. Mr. Lance, Robert Sullivan. Let's see. I said Chris Lane. Taco. What up, Taco? Dennis is in there. Who else we got, man? You guys show up every single night. We appreciate you guys, man. Steely?
Yeah, Steely's in here. I wonder if he's going to stay around for trivia.
Yeah, there's another 5-point question tonight on trivia, Steely, and the Natural has 16. Or no, wait. The Natural. No, that Joker's got. Wait, how many does he have now? Did I put something down? Natural, how many points you got, man? I think you got like 20 now or something because he got one right. But dude, I lost my train of thought. Oh, here we go. We're also changing our style up, dude. When you bring in a super chat, we're reading it immediately. Thank you so much, Mitchell Smith for the $5. Who started saying
Julian is a statue. Watch his highlights and wow. I think that I'm gonna be honest. I think that's some Texas website, like Texas podcasts, were throwing that out. I don't recall anybody from Ohio State, not even the beat. Everyone knows that he can manipulate the pocket, and he had one of the worst offensive lines in his conference, in his league out in California. And he was actually throwing on the move and dotting guys up while he was running.
Yeah, I mean, well, you see what he did last year. He scrambled for a first down last year, when he got in a game. So. And yeah, go watch his high school film. He's a smaller dude. Ryan Day is 100% telling him not to run. 100%. It's Ryan Day. That's what he's doing. But he can, and he will. He did it last year. So we also know that he won't always listen to Ryan Day.
And that's the thing. That's why I said he's Drew Brees, right? He can manipulate the pocket, extend the play, And if he's extending plays with this weaponry, I don't know a defense in America that's guarding that. It's almost impossible, right? And then with his accuracy and his quick release, it's just a killer combination. So, I mean, Julian Sayin is going to be a dude.
Yeah. Jeffrey, thank you so much for the $2, man. 38-17. The defense scores. Dang, yeah, we're putting that Rose Bowl beating on them, are we? Yeah, Chris Lane, thank you so much for the $2. I come here to see Mello's hats. Laugh out loud, go Bucks.
Yes, so my daughter's going to this college. They gave her a nice scholarship package, to play some soccer, D1, out in sunny California, northern LA, the suburbs.
Yeah, I saw a hat today on Twitter. It's red, the scarlet, and it's got the block O here. And it's got a bunch of Buckeye leaves all over, man. I've been trying to find it all day.
I know which one. I know that hat that you're talking about.
It. Yeah.
I think B. Moses has that one.
Chat, if you guys know where I could get that hat, man, I need it, dude. I need that hat. As you can tell, I like my hats, man. So, is that what they are, Mello?
Yeah.
With the
CSUN Matadors.
CSUN Matadors.
Campus is sweet, man. I asked my daughter, can I go back to college with her? So they took us on a tour. First off, it's palm trees everywhere. So, you already feel like you're on vacation. And then their little, their little area where all the students can go. They have the workout facility there, a rock wall. They have 3 different gyms, racquetball. And then they have a boxing ring in there, MMA ring. But then you go up to the top and they have a rooftop LA Vegas style pools. It's 3 pools up there. They have a live DJ and they have 20 different lounge areas, and they have parties there on Fridays during the day for the students. I'm trying to come back.
Yeah, she in a 5-star college, man, for sure.
Yeah,
look at Troy, dude, popping up. I ain't seen him. He said, you could probably go get that hat on the website you saw it on. Thanks, Troy. Appreciate you, bro. I know you're
Shout out to Troy.
Me, that was a good one. I only saw a picture of it. And also, I live in Tallahassee. I can't go on down to the Buckeye store and buy me one, man. So if you guys can, dude, somebody in the chat, go get one, bro. I'll hook you up, man. I'll pay double for it so you can make a little bit of money, man. That'd be cool, dude. Anyway, running backs.
Yeah.
Running backs, man. That's the one. I haven't got any on who the starter is. I don't really give a dang. Let's be honest about it.
Yeah.
It is James Peoples, CJ. It's too many CJs. What's his last name again?
Donaldson.
CJ.
Yeah, you said Carter Lowe earlier. I think you meant to say Luke Waffle.
There's a really good chance. Yeah, really good chance I did that. And then freaking Bo Jackson, dude. Bo Jackson, man, he's better than Savion Hyder. But anyway, I mean, it's Bo Jackson. Dude. Let me remind people, I just think this goes under the radar. Carlos Flock signed 2 top 10 running backs in the class. But as you know, I'm not big on rankings. Go watch Turbo Rogers and Bo Jackson's film and Isaiah. What's his name, Mel? Isaiah West's film as well. And you will
call him Quadzilla. Man. He's mini Saquon.
Yeah, bro. That dude is ridiculous.
That's why they only took Favorite Key. He's only been playing football for 3 years. Yeah. He's a project, but he's going to develop. You're not going to worry about him scaring the room or hitting the portal. And, I mean, the running back room is very young and very elite. So,
yeah,
I mean, we're not paying $1 million for Savion Hyder. I'm sorry. You could go ahead and go to the team up north. I'd rather, if we were going to do that, then we should have went and got Deuce Geralds or Carter Meadows.
Yeah, 100%, man. So long story short, Julian Sayin's been having control of this team for the last 2 or 3 weeks now, and he's killing it. All the receivers love the passes he throws, the type of ball he throws. Man, I heard JJ and Carnell talking about that somewhere in person. I heard that conversation. So
hold up. Rewind. Say that again. Say it again. Because I know you saw them down at the OT7. So go ahead. That's a nugget. That's an inside nugget. He hasn't even told me this.
They like catching passes from Julian Sayin. The way the football flies through the air when they catch it, they really, really like it. They weren't talking to me, but they were talking. Carnell Tate and JJ Smith were having a conversation amongst their peers, and that conversation got brought up. Actually, I think there was another Buckeye fan there, grilling him a bunch of questions. I didn't want to do that, so I was in the background. But
just listen.
They were talking about that then, man. So I've been pretty confident. Julian Sayin's that dude now for quite some time, man. But on to the defense, man. And let me say this: I absolutely love Chat, let me ask you. Mello, let me ask you. Let's see. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being, how do I state this? The most overlooked a team can be, number 1 being not overlooked at all. How overlooked is this Buckeye team this year on a national scale? National media, fans of other teams. How overlooked are we, 1 to 10? 10 being the most overlooked we can possibly be.
I would say 8.5 to a 9. If you go outside of Ohio State, like podcast and beat writers, is definitely closer to a 9.
Yeah, we got Darryl with the 8, Mika with the 6, Elite got the 10, overlooked
It's
as crap.
definitely higher than the 6. I watch a lot of them.
Yeah, man.
People are talking about will we even make the playoffs?
Andrew said a 12. Yeah, man. I originally wanted to say 7.5 as about where I'm standing there, just because I also have heard some national media guys, they do put them number 1 or number 2 in their AP poll, and that's where they should be. They're number 1 or number 2. If you got them lower than that this year, I just think you're kind of crazy, man. This whole Penn State hype. I'm more on board. We're going off the rails here, but I'm more on board with the Clemson hype than I am the Penn State hype. Is that wild?
No, I think that's fair
to say,
because I think Cade Klubenik is a better quarterback than Drew Eiler. We already know Dabo's a better coach. Like, that's not even debatable. They have a better defensive line and defense in general. They have better wide receiver weapons as well. So, I mean, I agree, Clemson, but I do feel the two best teams roster-wise and overall from a coaching standard, like from top to bottom, are playing August 30th in Columbus. And that's what I look at. Yeah.
You know me, man. Me and James Franklin, we're not boys. We're just not.
You hate James Franklin.
You know, like I saw Florida's coach. What's his name again?
Florida's coach? UF?
Yeah. Florida's coach.
I forget his name.
Like, not a fan of him, but I saw him in a restaurant one night. Mello, I called you. I took a picture with him.
Yeah, you're supposed to.
And I chatted it up with him.
Bathroom.
Yeah. If I saw James Franklin in a restaurant, I'm going to leave the restaurant. I don't know why that is. I just have that. When I saw him get up and give that press conference, when that player got suspended for something and he said he's not going to answer any questions, and he kept walking back and forth, and would get up, somebody asked him a question about the player, and he would sit there and just stare and be quiet and just dart off the other way. And since somebody else would walk up, I was just like, oh my God, dude, this dude's such a dweeb, bro. What is he doing? And not only that, watch the way he coaches. But defense, here we go. Defense. We're going backwards this time. The safety position. Jalen McClain and Malik Harford are both starting safeties for this defense, and that is music to my ears. I could care less who is out there, the first snaps. I guarantee you, if they get if the offense gets a first down, that the other one is getting rotated in the very next series. Like, that's where we're at here. Caleb Downs is elevating those two players a lot, and he's elevating Fahim Delane. We heard Iggy essentially call Caleb Downs a coach today, right? We've heard coaches call Caleb Downs a coach. We heard Matt Guerrieri say he's making me be on my P's and Q's because I have to study more now because I know the amount of time he puts into it. So I am not worried whatsoever. Lathan Ransom is a hard dude to try to replace, but I'm excited, and I think we will do a good job at equaling the talent that we had on safety last year. Your thoughts on the safety position?
I think we're in a great place. I think we're in a very great place, honestly, because it just gives – I think we're in a great place because of who we have and the experience, but also because of who the DC is, right? If that makes sense. I think if this was Jim Knowles, it might be a little iffy because we know he doesn't like that whole rotation that much. But would he have the foresight to think like Matty P and think about, like, Caleb Downs could play big nickel and I could have Malik and Jalen playing the 2 deep. I mean, that's a game changer, right? Because if you think about it, if Caleb Downs is playing a nickel and then Arch decides I want to scramble outside and he crosses that threshold where he can't throw the ball for it, Caleb Downs is a missile. He comes up and takes
Yeah.
away that area in the flat faster than anyone, and he rarely misses a tackle. I think he missed one tackle all of last year, and that was the Notre Dame game when the wide receiver spun off of him. So he's a short tackler. He's a brilliant mind. You can have him lined up in the slot and then have him back off and play in the deep, and you got to go 3 safety high. It's going to be – I can't wait to see what Matt Patricia is going to cook up on August 3rd. I think it's going to be amazing.
There's our dude, Penn State Sport Talk. Yo, dude, a week before the Penn State game, you need to come on here with me and Mello and have some talks, man. We respect the crap out of you. Appreciate you, man. No disrespect towards your team about I'm just not a fan of your head coach. I don't know if you are. That's a question I have for you. Are you? You like James Franklin, Penn State Sports Talk?
November 1st is the game, so come on a week before that. It'll be the end of October.
Yep, for sure. Corner position. You know, we heard Coach Walt essentially say nothing today in a 10-minute interview.
Nothing. He answered every question the exact same about every single player.
Yeah, man, they're just getting better. I mean, you know what I'm saying, man? They're just getting better out there. And he didn't have a country accent like I just did, but I can't do the accent he has. But yeah, man, he said a whole lot without saying nothing at all. But essentially, man, you know, Jermaine Matthews taking a next step up. I wanted to see him play more last year. So stoked, All-American freshman. Iggy, come on with the penalties, my dude. I just can't see how you're surrounded by a coaching staff and he's going to come out this year and have as many penalties as he did last year. There's just no way. I don't think the Buckeyes will allow that this year. Not with who's behind him.
Working.
Yeah, but if Iggy comes out and he starts that crap again, Mello, do you expect Aaron Scott or Devin Sanchez? I mean, they're on his heels, bro. Like these young cats are on these old cats' heels, especially in that position right there, man. You predicted Devin Sanchez being a starter, and dang, man, it's hard to argue with that. The dude is the dude's a baller, and it's nice to have that depth that we have. You know, with Aaron Scott and Devin Sanchez as well. The nickel position, Lorenzo Styles spoke today. I'd like to see him take the step up. I've already publicly apologized to him because I doubted him. Every time I saw him get in last year, there was just something missing, man. There was something that, you know, I just didn't feel like he was there quick enough. He didn't react quick enough, this, that. But I've heard that has changed, and, you know, he has taken on a bigger role, and he was well aware of his downfalls last year, but Bryce West is right behind him. And if you remember early in camp, Bryce West, definitely in the spring, it was all Bryce West. Yeah. Bryce West's name was being brought up every single day. He got brought up again when Coach Day was talking. So, man, we got the depth in the secondary as well. How about the corners, Mello?
Man, I love our corners. BIA. Is that plain and simple? BIA, we have the best corners in the country. They're working to play man press. Davidson said he's working on getting his head around because that's going to eliminate most of his PIs to begin with. He wasn't getting his head around. He's probably going to have an uptick in his interceptions too because a lot of times he's in good phase.
Man, that sounds like something. That sounds like something you said last year, Mello.
Well, I said it honestly. I said it when my daughter was low key getting recruited by Ohio State, so I took her up there for a camp. And I got to see Jack and the D-line, Rushman, they were training. And then I saw BIA in their training. And I was watching them train. And I'm like, this dude never turns his head around at all. Everything he was doing was PIs during that as well. And I was like, oh, this is going to be a problem. But then I was like, maybe they're going to fix it. But then the very first game, he was doing the same thing. So I knew it was going to be an issue. But he's always in good phase. He's always in great position. As soon as he turns his head around, he's going to have a lot of interceptions. And like he said, he's playing to be a first-round draft pick. That's why he came back. And I think he low-key can do that if he gets his head around. Jermaine, we already know what he is. He's a dog. Devin is going to be a beast. Aaron Scott's a beast. Bryce West. Lorenzo Styles, I want to see it. I know we're hearing all this great stuff about him. I need to see it personally. I'm going to be honest with you. I need to see it. But I think BIA is legit. It's back. I haven't heard much about Miles Lockhart, though.
Yeah, but I have heard a lot about who's the other one. Mika always brings him up. Miles Lockhart, he was getting some buzz in spring, but kind of fell off a little bit now. Don't hear much about him, but Coach Day brought up who's the other safety back there, the other 3-star guy. Miles Lockhart was a 3-star, and then Leroy Roker.
They have dude from Leroy Roker.
Yeah, Leroy Roker is one. Ryan Day said Leroy. He's talked about him a couple times.
He hits.
That's Mello, we gotta go fast. So here, linebacker, defensive line, linebacker, best in the country. You can argue that, but there's an argument there that they are, and with the depth, Riley Pettijohn was put on the future freshman All-American list. So was Devin Sanchez. I didn't see any other team in the country with 2. Actually, Florida was as well, but Ohio State had that. So there you go for how does Ohio State evaluate and recruit? Pretty darn good. This list don't mean anything, but we're good at the linebacker position. Yep. And we've covered the defensive line so much on this channel. I don't need to do it again, but I have faith in these defensive tackles stepping up. And I saw somewhere now people are concerned with defensive end depth. All of a sudden, I saw that today as well.
I didn't see that. That's crazy. That's ludicrous.
I'm not concerned with that at all. Mello, real fast. Linebackers.
Linebacker, I'm going to put them at number. I'll put them at 2 for now, behind UGA. I think they end the season as 1. In terms of D-line, good luck to any offensive guard with those short arms trying to lock out on Edric Houston with his quick first step, his power, and his 7-foot length arms. Not wingspan. His arms are 7 feet long. It's not the wingspan. It's straight ahead. So good luck trying to lock onto that guy. I love our D tackles, and anyone sleeping on the defensive end room, they have to be out of their mind.
Yeah. I would say I'm the most excited to watch Kenyatta Jackson, but I'm like, there's something about I want to see what CJ Hicks is able to do this year.
He's very intriguing how they're going to use him.
That's the word I was looking for. He's the most intriguing defensive end that we have. I want to see what he does, man. But that'll wrap it up, guys. The main point of this, man, we wanted to get, those recruiting thoughts off of our mind and tell people that had nothing to do with Braylon Womack. Ryan Day himself is involved with Braylon Womack's recruitment. Talked yesterday, the day before that. So, man, Ryan Day's in here. They really want him to be a Buckeye. You heard last night the Buckeyes are still in it. If you listen to his dad, the dude's a Buckeye. If you listen to his mom's comments, you lose your confidence. But there's one person who's making the decision we did not hear from, and that's Braylon. We'll go back and watch the old interviews. He's always, the Buckeyes have been number 1. So we will see what wins out there. We did hear from him.
He gave us an OH, you remember? On his own.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not prompted, by the way.
Yeah. So here we go. Trivia question worth 5 points. There's going to be 1 tonight. Somebody answer me. I thought the Natural got a 5-point question right last night. He did, didn't he? Natural, didn't you? Weren't you one of the ones you got the last one right? Mello, did he?
I don't remember. I thought you wrote it down. If you didn't write it down, then you probably didn't.
I only have him as 15 points, but he had 15 points yesterday. Yes, he did. Yes. Okay. So Natural's got 20 now. That's what I thought. Yeah. Steely's right behind him with 13. So here we go. If somebody gets this one right, I mean, God bless your soul. I wouldn't get this right in a million years. When was the first time Ohio State had 1,000-yard passers in consecutive seasons? From what year to what year? And I'll just share you the pain and just keep the 2000s out your answer, because that's not it. Yeah, consecutive 1,000-yard passers. Nobody's got it yet. No, Steely didn't get it. 68 to 70. It's just going to be 1 year, so you'd be like, you would have 68 to 69 or 70 to 71. I knew nobody was going to get this. It's too far back.
Were people alive then? Were any of us alive at this time?
No. Sorry, I answered
All
a
right,
phone
that's
call
it.
during the live stream. I should have done that. Did anybody answer 65 to 66? 1965 to 1966. Did anybody answer that? I
Nope.
didn't see it. All right, here we go. Got to find another one. I should have had a backup one ready. Whatever.
Tell Angie I said what's up.
I hung up on her already. All right, here we go. Here's one. Somebody ought to guess this one right at least. Okay, here we go. Okay.
That's for you for saying nobody was alive.
Dennis is my dude. I talked to Dennis today on the phone. You know, I called Dennis today and he said, "Hey, Devin, when you come here, I'm going to take you out on a boat fishing after the game." And I said, "Dennis, you're so nice."
Man, I saw him on his boat fishing. We're friends on Facebook, so I saw it. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool.
He didn't say that, but I'm trying to get him to say that. This is me hinting at him. Bro, I'm trying to stay for like 3 or 4 days after the game and just fish for 3 or 4 days straight, man. I'm obsessed with fishing. Here we go. How many times has an Ohio State player rushed for 200 yards in a game? The only hint I will give you is that it is more than 15 times. The answer is more than 15. How many times has an Ohio State player rushed for 200 yards in a game?
I love that song, by the way.
What, this song? Oh, you guys are so close. Oh, you're straying away. You're straying away. Straying away.
You made to be
there
in the
it
20s.
is. Sue got it. 26.
She got it in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Super fast.
Sue, I think this might be the first one for you. There you go, Sue.
Way to start it off with a banger. 5 points,
yeah.
Sue.
5 points right off the rip. So on September 13th, that is a what day is that?
It is
Let's go to the month. It's a Saturday. Yep.
It's a Saturday.
Yep. So September 13th, we will ask one more question. Okay. And if I see the leader is like 10 points ahead or something, no, I can't do that. That's not fair, Mello. Can I? I can't have a 10-point question the last day just because the leader's ahead by 10.
No, because then you got to split the ticket. How are you going to do that?
Yeah.
You got to have like a 7-point question that day.
Okay. So no, listen, no matter what, yeah, that question on the 13th is going to be a 7-point question. September. That way it'll get built up and nobody can say I did that on purpose. 7-point question. So essentially, if it's close enough during that time, Steely's got 13. Natural's got 20. Russ, you have 6. Taco, you got 7. You're right there. A. Meadows. Haven't seen A. Meadows for a long time. You got 7. Craig has 5. John has 4. Will Star's got freaking 8. Will Star, you got 8 if you're in there. Yeah. Okay, there we go. 50-point question, Matt says. Yeah. Anyway, guys, we appreciate you. Sources here at the Buckeye Boys. Philip Daniels has won the starting right tackle job. We will see if that comes to fruition or not. But we have always told you whatever intel we're told. If we can share it, we will share it. This is me doing that. So I haven't seen it. I wasn't there, but somebody who was might have told me that. So we appreciate you guys, man. Please hit that like button for us on the Buckeye Boys channel and Scoop, especially over there on the Buckeye Boys channel. If you're not subscribed, please go subscribe for us. Helps us get our show out there. Hit that like button and whatnot. We need more people. We need more views and more subscribers so we can just tell you how it is. Make more money on the channel so we can give away more things. So we're giving away 5 tickets to the Washington game because, like I've told you before, that's what we're doing. Go be a member on the Buckeye Boys. It's like $2 a month. If you're not like a member, go do that. Anything that comes into the channel, the super chats go to help people that struggle with addiction and homeless vets. And any other money we make from our views and advertisement gets put back in to buy tickets and jerseys and signatures and stuff for giveaways. But, you know, We got to save up for a year just to buy one ticket at this point. We're not like we don't get the most views in the world, but we still appreciate you guys' love. We would do this if there's only 10 of you in here. That's why we do this, man. So appreciate you guys. Mello, any quick closing thoughts? We're already late. Whoops.
Hey, disrespect, Matt. I don't like that. I don't like this. This is the real trivia. If it's not about Buckeye football, then it doesn't matter.
Thanks, Steely. Hey, guys, we appreciate the heck out of you guys for watching, man. We love you guys. Go Buckeyes. OH.
I.O. Go check out Scoop.